Hello, hey everyone, and welcome in. This is the MG podcast. Yay! We are back again, and I'm back with almost the full team. I'm here with In the Dark,
Hey guys.
OG Ataku,
Yay!
and Obsidian Fury.
What's going on, gang?
And it's your hostess with the mostest, creatively, Anzie. And today we are talking about our Game of the Year predictions. Yes, that's right. It's almost that time of the year where the game that is the most perfect game, the most amazing game that's going to win Game of the Year will be chosen. If you guys know me, you already know what I'm going to say. Not only are we doing Game of the Year, we're also doing most anticipated game, right? Obsidian Fury? Yeah. So I'm going to start with you, Obsidian Fury, as to what you think is going to be your Game of the Year and your most anticipated game. To keep this brief, because I don't want this going over time, your top three games that you think is going to maybe win Game of the Year. And these all can be games that have not come out yet as well. So
okay. All right, gang. It's I'm actually still writing down because even though I've had like a 1 week to like sift through all the games that have come out this year, I'm still like when we think of Game of the Year, we have to think of what game has like defined the year from the jump. Like when this game came out, it defined the entire like the roster of games that you had. Did it shake up the roster? Did it mean that you had to go back and play the prequels? Like what did it do? So for me, my top three is my first one is controversial because not for the reason why you think it is, but because of the type of game it is, which is Elden Ring: Shadow of the Erdtree. That game, well, first off, Elden Ring has already won Game of the Year already. I think it won 2 years ago or a year ago. I'm not too sure. No, last year was
Baldur's Gate,
I believe. Yeah,
Baldur's Gate 3.
3. Yeah. BG3. So I think it was the year before that or the year before that, the Elden Ring won Game of the Year. I think it won in the year that Spider-Man came out. So I don't think that was 2022. So I think Elden Ring won Game of the Year. So I don't know if a DLC can win Game of the Year. I know that DLCs have won awards before. So like we were talking about previously, I know that The Witcher Blood and Wine expansion pack was a DLC, but it did win best action. Was it best action or best RPG? It won something, but so we've yet to see if DLC can win Game of the Year. I don't think it can, but I think that as of games that have set pace, Shadow of the Erdtree is definitely up there. I also think that if it's my most traditional guess, would probably go to Final Fantasy 7 Rebirth. Just like everything I've heard about that game, I've even played it and it's come across my desk multiple times. And everybody has said there's just great things about it, from the community to the gameplay to the story to everything about that game is basically like 9s and 10s to everyone I've heard from it. And then my wild card is probably Black Myth Wukong or Warhammer 40k. So those are the games that have like come and they've like shaken everything up, essentially. And there are other games that have done that, namely Helldivers 2, but I think they will get another category. So I think they might win Best Action. But if we're talking about Game of the Year from release to launch, I would say probably Black Myth Wukong has taken everybody, and also Warhammer will take everybody by storm.
Those are some solid choices, and Black Myth Wukong has definitely come and shaken a lot of things up. I feel like that could be another podcast within itself, though. Black Myth Wukong, and
I'm ready for it. Yep, same here.
Of course
I
you
think
are.
there's okay, I don't want to talk like there's loads of things to talk about when it comes to Black Myth Wukong. There's like there's certain topics I actually do want to talk about, but like from like all the controversy surrounding like the reception of it from the critics to the way that people are like talking about it, there is a lot to like dissect. But I think just as a standalone game, the way I've seen this game take over the internet, it's definitely up.
Okay, that's fair enough. That's a very fair assessment. OG Attacker, I know you're just itching to say something, so we'll go with you next. What's your top 3 picks for Game of the Year and then most anticipated game? Wait,
hold on.
Obsidian Fury, you didn't do your most anticipated game.
My most anticipated is obviously going to be. I'm fighting for my life here because I know that there's one game. There's one game everybody knows is coming out next year that people are just salivating at the mouth and frothing. But I think that my most anticipated.
Hello Kitty Island Adventure 2.
Obviously.
That's my pick.
I think that my most anticipated is probably Civilization 7, and obviously GTA 6. Those are my most anticipated games.
I mean, if GTA 6 isn't on everyone's number one radar for most anticipated games,
both
I don't
games
know
I've
what
mentioned, both games I've mentioned, when it comes to like their respective genres, they dominate. There is no negotiation. Once you clear that month, if you're a game developer and you know that's the game that's coming out in your month, you just say GG's next, because you just know you're not competing with GTA. Will own 3 months of the next year. Then you just have to accept that. You just have to accept that. Same with Civ 7. When it comes to strategy games, you just have to accept that it's owning a portion of the year, and there's nothing you can do about it.
100% games.
No jobs to be had. No one's going into work. Just it's a write off for when GTA comes out. Just everyone knows that.
And HR knows why everyone's booking the time.
Exactly. That's how good it is. It's so good that like even outside of the gaming industry, people know that. Why are so many people calling off sick when this massive game is coming out? So it's like it's on HR's calendar. That's what I'm basically saying. Where it's like, like just take time off. So yeah, I'm not even mad. So yeah, those are my most anticipated.
Okay, cool. Ataku, what's your 3 games for Game of the Year and 3 games for your most anticipated?
Okay. First game for Game of the Year. I'm gonna throw in Dragon's Dogma 2. I played that earlier this year, and that was a good old time. And I'll even go and play that back again, you know, as you do like a Skyrim or something, and do it a bit different. Let's say that's my third rank. I don't know, least contender. Next up, I would have to say it's not out yet though, but can I put it on the list? It's coming out.
Of course.
Yeah. It's Dragon Ball Sparking Zero. Yeah.
Game of the year.
Yeah, why not, bruv? Yeah, if we're just talking, I mean, like, what does it need to do to be Game of the Year? Because if we're talking like breaking numbers, like, well, boy, Dragon Ball Sparking Zero about to break some numbers. They're gonna be like, we didn't know people like fighting games like this, you know. So I don't know. That one's a personal wish for me. And then like my top pick for it though has to be Black Myth Wukong, which I'm currently playing. And you know, after like my first hour was like, yeah, this is that, this is it. Like, you know, anyone who's played Black Myth Wukong knows, yeah, not even like hour, that first 5 minutes, yeah, they were all sitting in their chairs. You know, guys, you're out there. You play Black Myth Wukong, and in that first 5 minutes, you were like, yeah, this is it. But yeah, those are my choices. I think Black Myth is just doing bits. I know they got DLC on the way. It's a game changer. That is a new IP added to gaming lore right there. And then for my most anticipated, it's gonna be, you know, bar GTA because everyone GTA. Monster Hunter. I'm a big Monster Hunter fan, and the new one they've got coming out, they've been working on it since like Monster Hunter World, and I don't think people are ready for how lit Monster Hunter is gonna be and the way the community is gonna be taken over. Like, if you're a Monster Hunter fan, you know, and if you're not, you're about to be one. That's all I'm saying.
Okay. I've always seen Monster Hunter the way people play that, and it's like there is like I've never seen such a solid community ride for a game so hard as I've seen when it comes to Monster Hunter.
The problem or good thing with Monster Hunter is this: it's like a Dark Souls game. It's like Souls games before there was a Souls game. It was a hard game that you had to get good at. You needed to learn timings, blocks, dodges, stuff like this. Now that's just commonplace in many of the games we play anyway. So where I felt like before with Monster Hunter, it was a difficulty and skill level that kept a lot of people out. Now I think a lot of people, like even casual gamers, are already in that skill bracket just for like testing the waters with the Dark Souls, Elden Rings, the Wukong games that they're playing right now, you know? So that's why I think Monster Hunter will take off.
I haven't played Monster Hunter, so you could be right, but I do know that there is like this could be like an entire topic by itself. Like there is a difference between a Souls-like and games that follow that typical formula.
Yeah, when I'm not saying like it's a Souls-like in terms of the Souls formula. I'm saying in the terms of like a difficult game. Because before the Dark Souls games hit, people were saying our games ain't hard no more. And then you play Dark Souls and you were like, rah, this game's really hard. You played Elden Ring, you were like, wait, hold up. Melania, who this? Stuff like that. But I say Monster Hunter have been doing those impossible giant monster boss fights that you just have to learn to parry and dodge every second perfectly to make it through that first wave. They've been doing that kind of combat formula. And yeah, that's why I think people will be up for it because, they already love it so much now.
True. Okay, I don't. This is about game of the year because I think what you're talking about. I want to push back on it, but this is not the fight. This is not the time for it. So I'll let Anzie continue with the actual purpose of this. Podcast.
Those are my choices and my predictions.
Did you say most? Oh, you said most anticipated.
Yeah, Monsanto.
Yeah, Monsanto.
On to you then. Next in the dark.
Okay.
That's a man in deep thought.
Well, for me, Dragon's Dogma for Game of the Year, Dragon's Dogma 2, Elden Ring. I mean the hype, the horror that game has put people through, and it's still putting people through. Yeah, and then the last
Shout
one
out to those who beat Radon.
And then the last one, Black Myth Wukong, which I am most eager to play. I'm waiting for a discount, a sale, something, or if Game Science want to gift it to me, I don't mind.
Game Science, holler at us.
I don't mind. Yeah. So mainly because I watched Journey to the West. Like I've always wanted a Wukong game to come out. Like something.
Same. Like just any Journey to the West kind of game. Like
because growing up here in Ghana, back then they showed it on TV on Sundays. And I used to run out of church just to come see the episode, something, come watch.
Which iteration? Because I realized a lot of people have watched different monkey shows. So
the old one, the one that
Monkey
had
Magic. Monkey Magic. Not that one.
Journey to the West.
No, that was I know what he's talking about because I used to watch it too.
Yeah, that one. The one that had the lousy dub.
The old school one with
old school. Like if I go back to watch
old robes and
exactly.
And it actually had the guy that was actually like the monk.
The monk.
The reason why the Monkey King Wukong was able to because he I don't know go into
we will do a whole podcast.
He's
unlocking memories.
That's guys unlocking memories right now.
I'm not even gonna set the bar
I'm sorry you're unlocking memories, but let's keep it moving, please. Okay.
20 likes on this podcast. Yeah, we're coming back. We're running the Wukong one. That's
it. Yeah. Because there's just there's so much to unpack.
Obsidian Fury. In the docs. I beg you. Yeah. Sorry, in the doc, you have the floor.
Yeah, sure. So those are my picks for Game of the Year. I hope Black Myth wins, obviously. For most anticipated GTA 6, yes. But another one I think most people don't know yet is a Metroid Prime 4 Beyond. It's coming out next year. And I've played every single one of the Metroid games. So I'm really looking forward to that one.
Yeah, that's a good choice. Yeah, I forgot about Metroid.
Yeah. So for me, there's just two games I'm anticipating. Just those two.
Yeah, nice picks, man. Yeah,
that's not bad.
Those are some lovely picks. All right,
Anzie, go on. Tell
Okay, Anzie, what's your game?
Wait, guys, listen. Yeah, if you've been listening to this podcast, right? If you really ride out for MG, you're gonna guess what Anzie's Game of the Year choice is gonna be. But Anzie, go on, tell him what your Game of the Year choice is.
Surprise us.
Okay, so game of the year for me is going to be Apex. I'm kidding. Hello, it's obviously going to be Assassin's Creed.
Who would have known?
Assassin's Creed Shadows. We are going to feudal Japan, people. I don't care. The game isn't out yet. It has my pick for game of the year. I'm holding out hope because I love Assassin's Creed, and I would love for it to win game of the year. For this game, it's going to be amazing. It's going to be lovely, and I don't have to play it to know that. I already do.
So for number 1, 2,
it can definitely do it. Like, I'm not like even saying like they can't even do it. Like,
they have done it before.
They've done it before, and it does look amazing. But until it's here.
That was 8, 9.
No. Obsidian Fury. No.
Oh.
My second pick for game of the year, for someone who was new to the Final Fantasy series last year, I started playing the games. I played all of them, start to finish.
Respect.
I think, it can get game of the year because it was beautifully. I didn't realize the story was, first of all, that game was like 30 hours long. There's that part.
To be honest, you're right. I should have added that to my list. Yeah.
It's a really good game. It was a beast, though.
Rebirth.
Final Fantasy.
Okay, yeah. That was on my list.
Rebirth? Yeah.
Beast of a game. So you definitely get your bang for your buck because we're talking about, and that was just the main campaign. Let's not talk about side stories.
Did you make it to the Golden Saucer Casino? Lose time and money in that shit.
I did indeed. I did a whole let's play of all the games. It was so much fun, and it was really interesting getting into such a, because like the Final Fantasies is like gaming, cornerstone of gaming cult. They have such a following, and getting into that was really nice. And Danny and Honey obviously came. They love Final Fantasy.
Yeah,
so
true.
They obviously had to come, and they popped up and like, oh, Final Fantasy. So that was really nice sharing that with them. For my third pick, I don't know about a DLC winning game of the year, but I think maybe it could be Elden Ring could do it. I don't know. Dragon's Dogma. I'm not sure. Really, it was just Assassin's Creed for me and Final Fantasy. I think those games are very deserving of game of the year. For the most anticipated game, I'm not sure. I want to put, barring GTA, which everybody and their dog and their cat is looking forward to. I think Little Nightmares 3. A lot of people really like Little Nightmares.
Yeah. You're right.
Little Nightmares 3, as we Obsidian Fury and I got to take a look at it at the Bandai Namco stand, and I don't know. People are like, "Yep, this is going to be, a game that a lot of people are very hyped about, very excited."
It did everything the previous one did and better. That's what you want from a sequel.
I've heard good buzz about it. Yeah.
So I don't know. Maybe, of course, as a Division fan, I love the Division. The Division Resurgence apparently is gonna pop up. So I'm hoping that's my personal pick, of course, because I love that. Division 1 was probably a game that just really made me get into online gaming a lot, and it was so much fun. So I'm hoping that they can bring it back, but who knows? So I'm hoping that too. So those are my picks for anticipated games. Special mention for Mafia or Country as well. I do like the Mafia games.
Oh yeah, the Mafia games.
I can come back to. So yeah, those are my picks for anticipated games and game of the year.
All right. Well,
honorary
mentions. Yeah, well, fair enough. Honorary mentions. There wasn't enough Warhammer 40k in this conversation, and I'm kind of disappointed in all of you. I'm just that. 40k lore goes unbelievably hard, but so yeah, I do think that it's going to have a very nice spot on the list. I don't know if it's going to be game of the year. I really hope that it gets a lot of recognition because we need more games like that going forward. I think this is the year where we've seen quite a few games which haven't necessarily followed the kind of trend that was set before them. We're seeing a lot of them a lot of payoff because of that. So I'm hoping that if the awards follow suit, we'll see like maybe a shift in the way games are being developed and handled for the community. So yeah, those are my picks, and those are my this conversation about game of the year and like all the kind of categories. We can go like 1.5 hours just like dissecting everything that's happened, but like this is very much short and sweet.
Excellent. Short and sweet is what we like to see. These are bite-sized podcasts, remember? Not full-blown discussions about...
We'll let the MGs decide. If you guys want the
7.
hour and a half, like the those what you call it, the documentaries on YouTube.
Yeah.
4 hour.
Nah, not 4 hour. But if you want a longer podcast, definitely let us know, and Anzie will get work right on that.
Yeah, exactly. We throw all the work at Anna.
Imagine the disrespect. No. Look at this. 20 minutes. I love to see it. Perfect. Nice and cute and sweet.
Guys, you know what to do. MGs, you know what to do.
You know what to do, guys.
No, don't do that. Let's not do that. So yeah, that's our predictions. Let us know what you guys' predictions are as well. I'm very curious as to what people's predictions are. Everyone's going to say GTA as anticipated and if you don't, I'm not sure what kind of stone you've been living under. But for Game of the Year, I wonder what it's going to be. I really hope it's Assassin's Creed. If it's Assassin's Creed, that would, the happiness that I would, just redemption.
Just need to hear like, yes, vindication.
Vindication. It'll feel like that scene in Spider-Man. Was it the last Spider-Man that came out when Andrew Garfield's Spider-Man caught.
Yeah, he caught MJ.
Scene.
Yeah.
I actually shed a tear. I'm not kidding. I shed it.
And he did it.
It was like, yeah. Oh, that's how I'm gonna feel if Assassin's Creed even if it's nominated for Game of the Year, I will feel exactly that way, and I'm like, yes.
Oh, yeah, I think it might be nominated, but I don't think it'll.
I really hope if it's nominated, you will never hear anything else from me but Assassin's Creed.
Yeah. I want it to be nominated. I want it to get the flowers that it deserves. If it deserves it.
Yeah. We gotta wait for that day 1 drop,
Yeah. That's
maybe see what that day 2 patch be saying.
Okay, all right. Well, thank you guys for listening. I really appreciate it. Everyone for listening. I've been here with In the Dark.
Be safe, guys.
OG Ataku.
Keep it OG, peeps.
And Obsidian Fury.
In a bit, MG Squad.
And it's been your host with Moses, creatively Anzie, and this is the Melanin Gamers podcast. Please don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. See you all next time.